One thing that I notice people come in a lot with is this overall feeling of wishing to be more connected with themselves and to augment and support whatever treatment that we're giving. And recently, I had a man actually come in, and he was feeling, he had been very hard on his body all of his life. He had lots of surgeries, and he's only 50, but moving around like a much older man and feeling like kind of lumbery and like he hadn't quite made friends with his body. And so I gave him an exercise, and it's one that I learned myself and have been utilizing myself every day. And this exercise is called, it's an Ayurvedic technique called Abhyanga. And essentially what you do is you take an oil. Typically it could be any kind of oil. If one used sesame oil, that tends to be a warming oil, a beautiful thing to use maybe in the fall and winter. If you want a more neutral oil because you're menopausal and having hot flashes, or it's summertime, coconut oil is a bit more neutral. And essentially you take this oil and you warm it, maybe a half cup per session. And you warm the oil and you set aside 15 minutes or so to do this self-massage. And you take a bit of the oil and you start at your ankles and you massage in a circular motion your ankles. And then you move up to your leg and you do long strokes along your leg, all the while thanking your legs for all that they do for you, for moving you through the world. You thank your knees for how they work and how they articulate. You thank your thighs and your hips for how they work for you in your life. You do your abdomen, you do your glutes, you do your hips, you do your belly, you do your back as far as you can reach. And you move up to your hands, you do your arms, you do your shoulders, you do your wrists, thanking them for how they care for you and how they care for others. You do your further up your arms, you massage this oil all over your body, and breasts into your armpits, into the breast tissue, into the pectoral muscles, to your neck and shoulders. Ideally, I have to admit, I don't do it every day, but you could do your face and your ears and your scalp. And the idea is that this process of oiling yourself is very much taking the time to nurture and love and nourish your body. The oils themselves are instrumental in also, you can research about this further, but coconut oil is very antibacterial, antimicrobial, et cetera, et cetera. And sesame oil is one that is nicely warming. Also, it has the ability to gently detox. The process of moving your tissue, your body, by massaging is going to be supportive of detoxing, but also supportive of nourishing. And so this oiling of the body also creates a little bit of a, I guess I'll call it like a nervous system support, because if you think about a cell, it's supported by this fatty tissue. The cell walls are this fatty tissue, and it offers a barrier between who you are and all of the things that are going on in you. It sort of seals you into yourself. And my own experience having practiced this, it was something that I had learned at a women's meditation retreat. It was suggested for a woman who was a massage therapist who was feeling overwhelmed by working with all these people and taking on all their energy. And so this exercise was suggested for her to practice. But when I heard about it, I was really inspired to try it myself. And so I practiced this exercise. I mean, maybe it was 6 or 8 months. And at one morning, I mean, sometimes I do it quick, sometimes I do it slow. I don't do it every morning. But I had this really profound moment. And that was, I was in the shower doing my oiling. Also, after you oil, you take a nice shower and you wash off the excess oil, and the heat from the water will kind of seal in the goodness into you and create that cellular almost skin, right? It protects your skin from the outside influences. And my experience was I had this shower, and as I was massaging myself, putting it into my body, I realized I had this wave, this profound wave of grief overcome me for how I have so negatively spoken to my body, how I've criticized my fat spots and my cellulite and the things about myself that I don't love. and all the ways that I have talked so unkindly to my body. It was this sadness for having given myself that negativity over the years. And then as soon as I had that, the next wave that overcame me was this incredible wave of gratitude for all of the gifts that my body has provided me. I mean, by and large, considering how unkind I can be to my body and how negatively I can speak to myself, it has been an incredibly humble servant, and it's given me 2 healthy, beautiful children. It has moved me through the world. By and large, it has not experienced that much pain very often. I mean, things considered, I've been so healthy, and considering sometimes the input that I give it, it's given me more than I've given it back, in a way, I guess, was my overwhelming feeling. And that feeling sat with me for, well, it continues today. I can be very present to it even now. This process is something that I have been inspired to do even more often, and I really love it. So I have told the story to patients, and I told it to this man about the importance of having a daily practice of loving myself in just a really easy and gentle and generous way. And the results of this have been so profound. I am inspired to share it with you. And I hope that you might consider experimenting with this process called Abhyanga. And that translates into self-love, self-massage, this caring for this vehicle that moves us through the world, this vehicle that is the reservoir, the holder of our spirit. Thank you.